Today we choose some of Prince's most heartbreaking tracks. To help me do that we have guest reviewer Mr. Purple Music, and without further delay, let's dive in. From the first beautiful, delicate moments of this track, you can feel the intimacy of fingers caressing the fretboard of the guitar, light as a feather falsetto vocals, and a poignancy that tells you this is no ordinary track. Credited to Princeton Revolution, but only the trio of Prince, Wendy and Lisa, this track was a haunting end to the Parade album. There was a Claire Fisher version with full orchestral backing which appeared briefly in Under the Cherry Moon, but here it is stripped back, naked and vulnerable. The lyrics are simply remarkable. Tracy died soon after a long-fought civil war. Just after I'd wiped away his last tear. I guess he's better off than he was before. A whole lot better off than the fools he left here. I used to cry for Tracy because he was my only friend. Those kind of cars don't pass you every day. This song wasn't truly appreciated for a few years, but slowly became a firm crowd favourite, and listening to the original recording and knowing the month when Prince left us, it's just heartbreaking. Prince's voice seems hesitant, mournful, and almost as if he's just holding it together at times. The power to convey this extraordinary level of deep reflection, longing and grief makes this track a track that will haunt the ages. The piano accompaniment adds a beautiful melancholic feel to the stark beauty of the backing vocals that Wendy and Lisa supply. This track simply makes the world stop, and I defy anyone not to be moved.
When the Nightchild first asked me to think about 3 songs that summed up Prince and heartbreak, I immediately thought of this track, an unreleased track that is spooky and spacey and has incredible piano playing, incredible synthesizers, and a vocal delivery that is simply one of his finest. It's otherworldly. It's the grand progression. Can it be in this seemingly short space of time that we've lived a year or two inside our minds? Now I want to whisper in your ear that you're okay. This is Prince's most intimate and personal ballads. Throughout his life, Prince viewed both music and sex as gateways to God, and the grand progression is established as something that could be achieved either with a guitar or a lover, and these are 2 objects of his affection that were really not in his arms. One could interpret the progression he sings about as ascension into heaven, where the body is jettisoned from eternal light and glory, while other Prince tracks were more devout in their praise for the Almighty, such as God and the cross. If love were gold, then I would be fixed for life. If I was a star, then baby, you'd be the night, and I want to live my whole life through inside of you. The grand progression is simply one of Prince's finest songs, and I urge you to listen to it. Darling, it seems I've found the grand progression from July until June, every sun and every moon melting inside of your charms. If there really is a God up above, to him I owe my life. For you, my love. Now, darling, if I died yesterday, it's okay. The grand progression.
Epic masterpiece may be an overused couple of words nowadays, but this is a track that lifts Prince so far out of space past his competition that to call it stratospheric would be to undersell it. Around the World in a Day gave us all a condition of the heart. Firstly, the sheer musical confidence and ability to create such a powerful musical introduction with tremolo building piano, crashing percussion and an emotional journey that doesn't see Prince even begin to sing until around 2 minutes 45. The lyrics are personal, and Prince sings that for a sometimes lonely musician, acting out a whim is only good for a condition of the heart. Prince is distraught. Sometimes money buys you everything and nothing. Love only seems to buy a terminal condition of the heart. Prince is even usurped in love by a real prince from Arabia. Perhaps the most personal section is when Prince describes, "There was a woman from the ghetto who made faces just like Clara Bow," widely believed to be a reference to Wendy Melvoin, And then he discovers that Wendy has a sister, in real life, Susanna Melvoin, who Prince shared a powerful relationship with. How was I to know that she would wear the same cologne as you do and giggle the same giggle that you do? Prince's falsetto is sublime and his voice almost breaking. Just after the 3 minutes 10 mark, he sounds utterly despondent. There are several moments in this track where the vocals layer up and Prince unleashes his quiet voice into something transcendent, something beyond anything. Listen to 3 minutes 43, or 4 minutes 7, or 5 minutes 35. Thinking about you drive me crazy. My friends all say it's just a phase, but every single day is a yellow day. I'm blinded by the daisies in your yard. You are left spent, exhausted, crying in the corner of your soul for lost love throughout your life. The rain falls, and you just feel bereft of everything. A slow heartbeat drum ends the piece. No one, ever, has created something close to this. So in conclusion, I'd say, yeah, it's not bad.
Even in the wrong, it was right. I know you trust me.
My second track was slightly harder to choose, but what a song. You say what you want about the Rave Unto and Rave Into projects. This track is quite simply one of Prince's very, very best. I love you, but I don't trust you anymore. The lyrics, I could tell from the moment you walked into the room, that wasn't your dress on, that wasn't your perfume. What happened to the ring I gave you? What am I to assume? And you tricked me, but you will not anymore. My God, he absolutely flattens you. It's upsetting, it's uplifting, it's invocative, it's sad, and its beauty will stand the test of time. It could have been written in the 1940s or the 1950s. It has such depth and quality to the songwriting. Recorded in 1999, as I said, as part of the Rave projects, this is simply one of Prince's greatest ever tracks. Not one-man band. He plays everything on this. He sings everything on this. There is a slight guest appearance by Annie DiFranco on guitar, but my God, what a song. I love you, but I don't trust you anymore.
That sweet wind was you.
The intensely personal nature of this track almost feels like an intrusion into Prince's emotional state. At just 1 minute 59 it is short and ultimately bittersweet. Buried away on the Truth album amidst a Crystal Ball project, Prince grieves openly. Whilst it is often fraught with difficulty and much speculation, this track is widely seen as Prince's response to losing his son Amir, known in the press as Boy Gregory. Prince's every emotion in life was conveyed through his music, and when people say that Prince was hard to know or reclusive, actually, he put his entire open heart out there. Every pain, every lost love, every urge, whether sexual, religious or political. As fitting the acoustic Truth album, a simple acoustic guitar accompanies Prince's vocal. Walking up the stairs, just the afternoon, sweet wind blew, not a moment too soon. I cry when I realised that sweet wind was you. Prince's backing vocals are light and heavenly, and as good as anything he's ever created. The way the first verse builds is incredibly reminiscent of the opening of the For You album, harking back to Prince's extraordinary musical journey. Truly his falsetto sounds pristine after 20 years of his career. At 1 minute in, Prince's voice is just abandoned by music, and it is stunning. If you ever lose someone dear to you, never say the words they're gone. They'll come back. The painful ending refrain that fades out the song of Tears Go Here is almost mortifying. Prince had suffered tragedy and pain, and ultimately music was his therapy, and this track truly hurts.
Such a sad way to lose someone. Oh, yes.
My third and final track is the virtual B-side to Call My Name. It's a demo written by Nikki Costa, the lyrics by Nikki Costa, and this is a demo. It's just not fair on other artists. It's quite simply stunning. It is Silver Tongue. It's unclear if the version from Nikki existed up until that point, but we know it was included in an album later on in 2017. But enough of that, let's get into it. This track is simply unbelievable. It's a masterclass, both vocally and his skills as a pianist. Oh my God, I would have loved to have heard him play this on the piano and microphone tour. What an incredible pianist Prince is. The way this track starts just simply gives you goosebumps. It's beauty, it's stunning, and his vocals, wow. I honestly cried the very first time I heard it. I couldn't quite believe what was coming out of my headphones. It draws you in. You're transported to another world. And I continued to cry at what might have been. Prince, we love you. Prince, we miss you.